It is 1:24 in the morning, and obviously I'm not asleep. Um, I have these days where I stay up kind of late because I can't sleep, and it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, this happens, and I start to hyperfixate and work on things. And so I figured I would record at 1:24 in the morning because I have something to say. My goal is to follow my dreams for a year, and I'm at day 143 of recording a video every day, and so I still have about 222 days before I hit the end of the challenge. 212, 222. Goodness gracious, it's 1 a.m. Sorry. 222 days until I hit the end of that challenge. And some people might ask, what's the point? Some people might figure out, why would you just give yourself an arbitrary amount like a year? But it really gives me time to lock in and focus. The problem is my motivation was really low for a long time. And making music and everything, there's a lot that I want to do, but it was hard to set those plans in motion because life kept getting in the way, and work and things that I thought kind of superseded that. But I realized that there's no point if you don't like what you're doing. And it's not that I don't like work, but I know that I'm a creative, musical individual who likes YouTube, who wants to make videos, who wants to share that with the world. And so I've decided to lock in like this and make these videos every day and make music and everything else because it simply just felt wrong not to. And I see people follow their passions. I see people do these things, and I was doing it very strongly at the start, and I fell off, dealing with my own stuff, my own depression, my own issues, my own mental health. And I think it's important for you to follow that because no one's going to do it for you. You're the only person who's going to do it. And I wanted to prove to myself that I had the dedication and discipline to be able to follow through on my actions, even if it resulted in nothing. Even if I didn't have one singular subscriber, I would still try and follow that dream. I would still try and follow that passion. I would still try and get better. And so even getting to 500 is something I'm really proud of because it was something I wasn't really planning on doing, but locked in, and we're a third of the way through, basically. A little bit more than a third. And so I'm pretty excited to keep going, but I think it's the time to lock in and do something creative and find your passion and use your voice and speak out and do the things that matter to you, right? So that's what I'm working on. See, I've been doing a lot of thinking about branding. I have a book of things that I write in there, content ideas and stuff that I might share, thinking about dabbling in Patreon a little bit and sharing content ideas with other artists and doing stuff, or maybe just doing it on the channel. And let me know in the comments what you want to see. If you want to see some of these ideas that I have, because I have a big book of them and I can't get through them all in one singular video. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to go in depth without it being hours long. So there's that. But that might be interesting. But I was thinking about branding and how I want to brand. And being an indie artist, you have to think about all those things on your own. And so I had been contemplating branding, writing some stuff down, and kind of figuring out my merch and my vibe and everything. And so one of the things that I figured out is that with the YouTube channel and the music kind of melding together into one, I'm like, how do I manage that in a way that captures both sides of that accurately for me as a musician and person? And so far, I got nothing. So I'm gonna be coming up with a different idea every day for the week on what I want people to see and what I want my kind of world to look like, the world I'm building. And so it's going to be a week of world building, trying to figure out what the world is that I have. Some musicians have a very specific kind of vibe, some don't. Some are very niche, some are not. And I think I fall in this place where my music is pretty niche, but it's also like my personality is like whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but the both of them together makes me think like if there's something I'm doing that I could improve on with my branding and marketing and, you know, figure out my target audience. And that's where the biggest parts of being an indie artist is hard, because I don't know what my target audience is. I think I have a lot of the pros and the cons of my music is that looking at my Spotify metrics and the things that people listen to and like the group of people that listen to my music, it is a wide range. Some are teenagers, some are in their mid-30s, some are the same age as me, some are in their 50s, and it's like a good amount of people from all different genders and, you know, ages and everything. So it's like, how do you find your target audience when the numbers are so skewed? They're so far apart. And that's something that I've been kind of figuring out, like finding the target audience, branding myself accurately, not just to like what people like, but to what I like, because I'm different than I was 7 years ago starting this project. And yeah, so this is a week of world building for us. And as that goes on, I'll still be working on my languages, I'll still be working on music, I'll still be working on content, but I figured I'd give an update. Oh, and one more thing. For Spotify, I'm at 1.4 million streams still. So that means I have 8.6 million streams to go before we hit 10 million streams. See you tomorrow.